and gentlemen, you and I will bear with me that relationships form part of our lives and shapes our emotions, influence our self-esteem, and contribute significantly to our overall well-being. However, when those relations becomes unhealthy, it will lead to emotional distress, anxiety, depression, and even loss of worth. So we have a very experienced personality, happens to be my father, my uncle, my mentor. He has really inspired me when I was in college because of the passion he has for mental health. One of my coaches, he is Aaron T.W. Bar, a senior clinical psychiatric officer, a lead clinician psychiatry officer, has 25 years in the practice of mental health. He is a motivational speaker and married with 4 kids, just to give you a few. So not to waste much time, I would like to give the floor to our resource person to take us through our subject matter for today, which I hope is going to inspire and let us know, identify, and learn so many things to be able to improve our relationship life. So, boss, please, if you are ready, ladies and gentlemen are also ready for you. Over to you, sir. Please, a quick reminder. This is housekeeping rules. Questions, answers, concerns, reactions. While the presentation is ongoing, we would encourage all mics to be muted. If you have any concerns, if you have any question, you can put it in the chat box, or when a resource person is done, we will open the floor so you could ask your questions and concerns. Thank you very much. So, Doc, please, if you are ready, we are waiting. I can see your mic is muted, so you can unmute and take the floor. Evans?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, can you call him, please, and let's see. I think his mic, no, whether he's having some technical challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Doc, we can hear you loud and clear. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Doc, we can hear you.
Oh, good, good. Sorry. Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies, once again for this important topic. Today, the topic we're discussing is navigating through unhealthy relationship. Navigating through unhealthy relationship. But in the first place, I'll try my best to explain what is unhealthy relationship. In unhealthy relationship, this is a relationship where one or both partners exhibit behaviors that are one, harmful, two, it can be toxic or damaging to the other person. Unhealthy relationship is a relationship where there is one or both partners exhibit behaviors that are hurtful, it can be toxic or damaging to the other partner. And these things affect these areas. One, one's emotion. Two, it can be physical. And the third one, it can be psychological. So, what can we do? Or what are the ingredients or the things that are involved in such toxic behaviors or hurtful or damaging behaviors? One, the one who is causing the toxicity or the one who is causing the hurt or damaging the person, one would like to control the affected person. And this control can affect the other person's action, decision, or emotion of the person. The second one is manipulation. The one who is causing the hurt or the harm would like to see the other party to feel guilt, to anger the person or self-pity, or to influence the other person in a certain way that will suit the one who is hurting or will suit the one who is causing the damage or the harm. Then three, or the third one, emotional abuse. Now, emotional abuse can be verbal or it can be humiliating. The words that will come from the person's mouth, the verbal words that come from the person's mouth can cause the person to be emotionally disturbed, or it can humiliate the person or put the person down. Then the fourth one can be lack of respect. The one causing the harm or the hurt will not have boundaries, so that at this stage or this time or this extent, I am eating into the other person's boundary. Thereby, he has no respect for the person. You can do anything, or the person might have gone wrong. Even in society, he wouldn't mind rebuking you. There is no respect for the person. The person may think of his age, and because of his age or his sex, because he is the male, or his societal standing, because she is well known or famous in the society, he would like to play down on the other partner, and that causes a problem. The sixth one can be jealousy or possessiveness. Due to maybe the person, when they are in the relationship, the person, maybe the lady or the female, can have influential standing in the society. And because of that, because the man thinks that he to be the head of everything, wouldn't like to respect that. Or the woman too, because he is to show respect to the man, but she has societal influence, or she's well respected in the society. She will use it on the other person. Then dishonesty. Dishonesty. The one causing the harm, the hurt, bringing the toxic in the relationship, can be lying, cheating, or hiding certain things from the other partner. And in the course of that, when the person sees those things or hear them, the person felt cheated in the relationship. The next one can also be lack of communication. Lack of communication can be toxic in relationship. It can hurt the relationship. The person wouldn't like that all the time they are communing with one another, and there's a gulf existing between them. And the person may use his societal influence of doing it, or her societal influence in doing it. Because of one or two things, he creates a gulf because of lying, because of the jealousy. He creates a gulf between them. And because of that, there is no free flow of communication. And all the time there is suspicion. Then the eighth one can be emotional or physical distance. You can be in a relationship with somebody, and you can be in the house with the person, or you are living together. But emotionally, you can be distant apart. One all the time, one fronts the face. One all the time, one has something to do for herself or for himself without the consent of the other party. The person has physically distanced himself, or because of work, because of one or two things, they are physically not within reach. But if emotionally, psychologically, there is communication all the time, despite the fact of the distance, they are as close to one another as if they are living under the same roof. Now, if we understand these things and then we go into managing or navigating unhealthy relationship, what would that be? Having understand generally what unhealthy relationship is now. Now, with that it is existing with you, you want to navigate yourself through this relationship so that you can be able to function well. So what does that mean? This involves managing the complexities of both the relationship and then the mental health of the person. I'm trying to skew this thing to people who have mental health challenges and they are in a relationship. In fact, those people easily find themselves in a toxic relationship because of their condition. They mostly find themselves in an unhealthy relationship. The person may not be having that condition before they started the relationship. Then along the line, this thing developed. Or the person is having it, but the person may be in his or her lucid interval. That is when the person is in a stable state. Then due to one or two things, the person might have relapsed. And then this thing come into being. They are already in the relationship. The person will try to help, but having got to know that this is what is happening, then the person may begin to show some symptoms of superiority over the person. Now, the person with the mental health challenge, he or she have to navigate per relationship through this problem. So when you have that, what did the person need to do in order to be able to lead a functionable life? One, symptoms exacerbation. Mental illness symptoms can worsen relationship or issues. And relationship issues can also cause stress to the person. When you have mental illness symptoms, this can worsen your relationship because of stigma. So when you are in a relationship already, and the relationship too is toxic, This can also bring what? Mental problem. Okay, 2, communication barrenness or communication barriers. Because of the mental health issue that the person knows already, or the other person is using against the other partner, there may seem to be communication barriers in the sense that the person is trying to guard herself or himself in such a way that he may not offend the other person, so that the other person may jump on him or her. So this is something that the person try to guard it in order that the relationship can be smooth. And the person is using that in navigating the relationship. Then codependency. One partner may enable or take on excessive caregiving responsibility. I will explain this thing. One partner may enable or take on excessive caregiving responsibility because the other partner knows that he or she is having a mental health challenge. The person wants to do more in order to try to soften things for the other person so that the relationship can go on well. Then the other person too maybe see that, oh, it is because of my condition. That is why he is going too much the extra mile. Because of this condition, that is why she is even doing other things that I am supposed to do. But this thing, you have to balance them. And the other party must accept that it is a way of helping. Now, if the other person also sees that, oh, Mensa is not doing that, that is not what Rose and the husband they are. Because everybody is playing his or her role. But I am going in too much, or she is going in too much. This can hurt the relationship. But this is also what the person has to guard against. Then lack of support. There may be lack of support because the person knows that, oh, this is what is going on. Then the person will not throw his or her hand into the air, come what may, so that even due to that, the relationship may fall on the rock. But the other partner also have to navigate, bear with all those things in order to keep the relationship. But when it happens like that, there is a need for you to try to bring the person in so that the person can be able to play the functional role he or she is playing in order to make the relationship stand. What are some of the strategies for also the navigating? 1, seek professional help. And this professional help can be in the form of therapy, counseling for both individuals, or either separately, or one person, or together, so that they can be able to resolve the issue. It is after you have seen a professional and you have told your story to the person will now see that, no, it will be better I involve you, the individual, to know how to play your game in order to maintain the relationship. Or you rather call the other person to tell him that you are to do A, B, C, D in order to support to maintain the relationship. Or the person may see that, no, there's a need that I bring the two of you together so that you bring out your problems and both of you find solution acceptable to them. The second thing, to prioritizing self-care. Prioritizing self-care. In fact, since the person know that he or she is having this problem, the person should take his or her mental health first. And when that one is stable, the person can be able to do the navigation because she is mentally stable. And once she is mentally stable, she know how to play the rules of the game in order to satisfy the other partner or to satisfy their coexistence. Then also there must be set boundaries. Yes, the person must know in order not to go to the other boundary to hurt him or to hurt her. I have to go to this extent so that he or she will also see that I respect her and then also you have to communicate openly. There must be open communication. That is, you discuss your needs in a supportive manner. If that is done in a supportive manner, it helps because you are supporting the other person to be able to function. He's also supporting you to be able to function. Supportive, the person have to build a network with either friends that they help people of that nature. And when this is done, it can help in resolving a lot of things. Key consideration of these things: one, mental illness is not the sole cause. Mental illness is not the sole cause of relationship mishaps. No, the person's way he was brought up, the person's self-esteem, the person's way of functioning also affect those things. The other consideration should also be partner support. Support the partner with mental health issue while maintaining your own well-being. Don't go too much that will later on also affect you. Crisis planning. You must plan that, oh, if I'm having this condition, there may be crisis one day. So you have to plan to be able to mitigate those things. The other partner too must also know that, oh, once my partner is also having mental health issues, he has to put some plans ahead so that the moment those things can, then he can fall into help. Resources. Resource people, you contact mental health professionals to be able to help you. Or like the program we are doing now, there are also resources whereby if you involve yourself in these things, it helps you to be able to understand yourself, and then you'll be able to function well. So that you can also see therapists, you can see counselors, or you can see psychiatrists. Then supportive group, just like I also said before. Then hotline or online resources, just like we are doing now, or in Ghana now, we don't have those things, but we have something like the domestic violence, that if you try your best and all things are failing, you can also get to the domestic violence people to seek support so that it can end this thing. To sum everything up, by acknowledging the complexities and seeking support, individuals can better navigate unhealthy relationships with even mental health illness. And I wish we all give ourselves and put our hands on the wheel so that we can be able to help and support one another to be able to do this navigation. I will pause here, and then people who have contributions, questions, and concerns can also come in. So over to you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much, Doc. We are grateful for such a powerful presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any concerns, any questions, any reactions, please, you are allowed to come to floor. However, you could also put your concerns in the chat box. We will read it out and we will let Doc give us an answer or response. So please, we are waiting. Anybody who has a concern, a reaction, an addition, or what have you, please, the floor is open.
Hello.
Hi, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Okay, please, I have 2 questions. Hello.
All right. Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you. I'll be glad if you could mention your name, please.
Okay, please, my name is Lillian.
All right, Lillian, you have the floor.
Okay, so my first question is, there was a woman of God who was forcing me to stay in her church. The reason being that if I go back to my church, the fire in me will be quenched. But I personally hate to be forced. I prefer you speak to me nicely or give me a convincing reason. So I rejected her idea of joining her church. And our relationship has never been the same since. In this case, can this be that we had an unhealthy relationship?
Okay. Your
Thank you,
second
Lillian.
question.
Yeah, if you can add
And
up with the second question, please.
okay, so the second question, so okay, let me put myself so that the question can flow. So I left an abusive relationship, yet
Good.
the other party keeps reaching out to me via calls, WhatsApp, and social media. Anytime I block the person tries with a different number to reach me. And I want to ask that, is there a need to have a closure, because I don't want to change my number despite the person keeps changing his number to reach me? Is there a need to have a closure?
Okay, that's good. Your first question. You see, you started by saying that forcing you to be in her church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And to force someone means that you want the person to do something against his or her wish, right?
Yes.
And if I want you to do something against your wish and you even do it, do you like what you have done? You don't.
No.
Yes. So it is hurting. And that is not the way such person, clearly, if you are a good Christian, you understand that that person is not a good Christian because she should rather coerce you, convince you, prove to you why you should be in a church. And you will willingly rather join her church, but not forcing you. Once the person is forcing you, she saw that she has not been able to convince you enough. Maybe by the way he or she lives or by her teaching. She has not been able to convince you. That is why she's applying force. And if you want to be in the relationship, because when you go into the church, that is a spiritual relationship. Do
Yeah.
we use force to enter into a relationship? No. So that person really did not know what he or she is doing. And I'm afraid if you force yourself to be there, you live to regret one day. This is my answer for your question. Then the second one, did I hear you say you left the abused relationship
Yes, please.
and your reason of leaving was because of the abuse?
Yes, please.
Would you like to go and face the abuse again?
No.
Good. So if your answers to this thing are no, please, blocking the person rather is not the best. Don't block the person. Allow you unblock him. The person let the person calls you 100 times in the day. You did not pick the call. Eh?
Okay.
You are cutting the person off. Let him be calling. Next time you can even receive his call and you put it on the open and you don't respond. He's saying hello, hello. The person is tired. You put it off. So you use another person to call your line. You say hello, you receive it. You know that it is him. You just put it down. Let him talk for 1 hour. You close. You go and use another person's number. Hello, you got to know that he's the one. You just leave it. Don't cut him off. Allow him to be talking, and he will stop. Having done all those things, what do you think will be the next thing the person will do?
The person will probably get tired.
Yes. And please, I will not advise you to go to a relationship which was toxic and you left it and you are going back. What are you going back there for?
So I asked if is there a need for a closure? So you talk things out, not with the intention of getting back together, because I read somewhere that sometimes closure helps solve the issue. You talk your heart out, then you go your separate ways.
No, didn't you tell him that you are fed up with the relationship and you are done with it?
Yes.
So what other closure do you want?
Okay.
Sorry?
Please, I get it. I understand.
Yeah. You told him that no, I'm not interested in the relationship again. And he did all that you want to do, and you are not. For you to sit down, that you say, no, I am telling you face to face, black and white, that I've stopped the relationship. Is that what you want? Please, no. You don't know what may happen, because if you can't earn it, you steal it. Do you know what will happen if the two of you go to meet at a place that the two of you alone are there, and then having done all you want to do, and then you refuse to go back, and he has planned that, okay, if I cannot get you, then I must eliminate you. You have sent
Okay.
yourself to the slaughter. Okay.
Okay, please. Thank you.
Did the parents did the parents know that you were in a relationship with him?
Please, that was my cousin, not me.
That was your cousin.
Yes.
Are the parents of the man aware that your cousin was in a relationship
Yes.
with their son?
Yes, please. They were aware, and they
Uh,
tried to speak to the two of them, and they
uh,
spoke to the boy.
uh.
That like things happen, but they should get back together and stuff. But my cousin wasn't interested in going back. So she's someone we speak often. So she asked me, what do I think about they having a closure, so that they talk things out. Closure in an open space, so that they talk things out and she leave. So that was it.
No, what would have been more compelling when the relative the parents were involved and your cousin says no. What other opinions again? Please. Please,
Okay.
the guy, he needs your cousin. So he will go all length to get your cousin. And if your cousin, she is not interested, she must also tell him, I'm not interested. And that should be the end. Not any closure anywhere.
Okay.
The closure has been done already.
Okay, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So you shouldn't allow other people to push him, to push her.
Okay, please.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Lillian. I hope your question has been answered. Please, any more concerns, any more reactions? If anybody has anything for Doc, he's available to address it. Doc, please, a quick question. Somebody want me
Okay.
to ask. Yeah, it says, should we
Okay.
always look at leverages as means of a toxic or a threat in a relationship?
Should we always look for?
a leverage. Somebody has a leverage, probably could influence the other party because of money or some important position he or she has, and because of that, he would want to get into a relationship with another person. Should we always suspect some kind of toxicity at the end or during the process of the relationship?
You see, if the love is based on material or physical thing, right? When that thing fades out, what will happen?
I think
Because
distraction.
this is what is making me attracted to you. This is what is making you attractive to me. Now, what is making you attractive to me is no longer there. So the attraction will also what? Go. Then the relation will turn sour. That is why it is not for fun. When you are going to marry and you are before God, they say for better or for worse. We think it is a ritual we should pass through, but we are not well educated the meaning of that. Okay, so if it is because of material thing or something peculiar that makes one to be attracted, that makes the other person to be attracted to you, then the question is, if that thing is not there, what happens? You know, some people came to me for this marriage counseling, and I asked them this question: should the man love the woman 60% and the woman 40%, or the woman 40% and the man 60%? Who can answer this question? Or how should it be? The man
Listen,
should love the wife, the would-to-be wife 60%, and the woman will love 40%. They have got their 100. Or the woman should love 60 and then the man 40. Which one? Or should it be what?
ladies and gentlemen, please, question on the floor.
I think it should be equal.
You think it should be equal?
Yeah.
You have made my day. It should be 50-50. Okay, madam, let me ask a second question. Would you like to marry a man you love most, or you would like to marry a man who loves you most? This one is for the ladies. Will a lady,
Ladies, please,
or
question for you.
should a lady marry a man that she love and like most, or should a lady marry the man that the man love and like her most?
Hello, I think my name is Favor. So I don't know about percentages or putting a percentage on. I don't know how I measure it. But personally, I feel by all means I should love the man. The love should be there. But there should be indications to show that the man really, really, really loves me and wants to be with me. But by all means, I should also love him. But when it comes to whether it is the same or not, I would want to be sure whether the man really wants me and wants to be with me.
The man's actions and inactions, the way he does his thing before you, and this thing, it shows that, look, though you like the man, but the man seems to love you too much. Or the two people are contending, and the other person, you like the other person too much than the way the other man loves you. Which of them will you like to marry if you have these two that you have to go for one? Did you understand my question?
Yes, dog, I I think I heard the question, and
Okay.
yes, if you should ask me this question,
Mm.
in real terms, I would say that I would
Mhm.
go in for one that his actions and inactions shows that he likes me and cares about me. But
Good.
yes, because when I grew up, in fact, choosing a partner, somebody told me that you should go in for somebody that his actions and inactions, like you are saying, shows that he cares for you and likes you than you think. But I think entering into marriage, I realized that loving somebody shouldn't be one way, like the other person always showing you and all that. You should also have that intuition or have that feelings and emotions for the person. Yes,
Yeah.
because if you don't love the person, you would not, if he's even going through situations, you may not be able to put yourself in his shoes to also be there for the person. So
Yeah.
it's either ways, as a woman, as a man, you should marry somebody that you both have that common grounds in terms of love. Yes, if it's bringing in 50, you also have that percentage as well, so that you can grow together and then love each other. Thank you.
That's very good. That is how it is supposed to be. But sometimes it is not like that. I tell you, the way you see that, oh, you can say, as for my husband, sometimes he goes too much. You will see it yourself. The man will say, as for this, my wife, she goes too much. And that is what makes the other party to also love the person more. But it should be 50-50. Okay? It should be 50-50. So that not that you should say that, oh, okay, I'm the woman, so you should be this. No, no, it shouldn't be so. It should be 50-50, right? But if you should have the situation whereby you are contending with two, and you are the woman, I would tell you to go in for the one who loves you. You saw that he loves you more. Go in for that because you are going to him, right? And that is where he will carry you at his back in everything. He's ready to sacrifice for you. And that is what will also make you that, no, this man, I must also sacrifice for him. And that is where it is going to be 50-50, because you also want to play your part for the man to see that you also love him. Do you see? And always, I want to show that I love you more. Then you also want to show that you love him more. By the end of the day, it is 50-50. But when there is lassity, because the other person knows that if he don't see me, he cannot stay, then there is a problem.
That's how I think.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you
So
so
any
much,
other
Doc.
question?
Yeah, Lillian.
Yeah.
Lillian, I've seen your comment. You said you have another question. Please, you can come on floor.
Okay, Doc, please, what is your take on leaders who commonly use this phrase? If persuasion fails, force must be applied.
If
If persuasion fails,
fails
force must be applied.
in relation to
Leaders,
relationship
leaders.
leaders,
Yes,
if
please.
persuasion fails, force must be applied.
Yes,
Is it
please.
a general thing or with reference to relationship?
Okay, let's say a relationship between yourself and a leader.
And a leader.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then the
Yes,
person is a leader. Is your
yes,
leader, and
yes,
he's
please.
making the proposal, and then
Yes,
you seem not to have interest, and the person
yes.
is applying. Oh no, it should be no, no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no. In the sense that you are not interested. If other things comes in, and because of that you have entered into the relationship, you know, when you go and you see something, you say, you see, these are the reasons why I say that I don't want to enter the relationship. Now you will be seeking or searching for faults. Do you see?
Yes,
But
please.
if there is no force in it, nobody persuaded you, and you went into it yourself, You don't care what people say, because marriage is a relationship between matured people. I use that word, matured what? People. And they decide it's not a relationship among or between equals. No. Marriage is not a relationship between equals. No. It is a relationship between matured people that they both know what they are about. The person can be 20 years and the other person can be 40 years, 60 years, and they agree to marry, and that is what they want. They can marry better than people of the same ages when they are in marriage and they don't know their left and their right. Okay, so that one, madam, sister, it is out. Not
Okay.
because he's a leader, you agreed. The moment you agree because he's a leader, that is different. The moment you enter into the marriage or into the relationship, that leadership ways are off. And you are now equals. And then you'll be trying to be playing that is bossy thing over there. And you not be using the scripture that a man and a woman shall leave their this and they'll become one. So when we are one now, you must treat me as an equal. But he also said that no, that is not the way I got you. It is because of this thing that I used to get you. So we must maintain the status quo. It will not work. Have I satisfied you?
Dog, yes, please. But I wanted the answer to be limited to like a working environment, a leader and a subordinate, and a leader
That
who
is,
not in terms of love relationship, but in
okay.
terms of a leader and a subordinate, and
Mhm.
a leader who always says if persuasion fails, force must be applied, and tries to do things that exhibit that force is really being applied.
That person is not a good leader.
Okay.
He's not a good leader. Okay. You see, the problem we have is that because you are a boss at the establishment, you think it is you that is making the place to function on everything. It is no. Okay.
Okay.
You are a lab technician. I'm just using that as an example.
Okay,
And then
please.
the person is the medical officer. And because the person is the medical officer, he thinks without him, nothing can be done. But hey, I'm having problem in my consulting room, and I'm having differential diagnosis. And my differential diagnosis, I must bring finality to it so that I can be able to do specific treatment. Who do I need to help me to do that? It is a lab technician. The lab technician is telling me that I have seen ABCD. And the ABCD that you have seen is telling me what is going on and what I must do. So without you, the lab technician, I cannot function well. But because when the human institution, there must be a leader, and I'm a leader, and I think that because you are a subordinate, you are nothing. I just don't know my leadership role. I am not a good leader, period. Leaders, they influence. Good leaders follow their people. Good leaders follow their people. And when they follow their people, they do what the people want, not the people following you. No, good leaders follow their people.
Thank you, Dog.
You're welcome. Let me ask this question in relationship. What do we understand by courting or courtship? And how is it to go? What are the ingredients involved in courtship? What do you know about courtship? When they say explain courtship to somebody or define courtship, in your way, how will you define courtship? Question to the house.
Resting on the floor, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the period that both of you are come to a conclusion that probably you both can settle together like as husband and wife, and then you that's the period for marriage situation. Yes. Yes, I'm fine.
And what are the things that are involved in that?
Doc, I have another description of courtship, if I can come
Okay.
in.
Okay.
So I think it's a period of developing a romantic relationship with the
Okay.
intention of getting married or forming a long-term partnership.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
Who
my
else?
perspective of courtship.
Who else?
Doug. Hello, Doug. Please,
Yeah.
I think it's the period of getting to know each other, like becoming familiar with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Any more? In fact, I myself, I have a clear meaning definition of courtship, and that is to me. So I will sell it to you. If you buy it, then that's okay. If you don't buy it, yeah. I say what I know about courtship is that courtship,
Sorry.
courtship is the period where two matured people, having known themselves, have accepted that they will live together if all goes well for life. And that is the time that they disclose to one another their weaknesses and shortcomings so that the other partner should help me solve that problem. And then the male will help the female to solve her problems. And then the female will also help the male to solve her problems. I'll give you an example. People do courtship when they do the funfair, they go and marry and they do everything. 3 months, marriage on the rock, and they go to the court to cancel the marriage. Have we heard those things?
Couple of times.
Hello, Doc.
Yeah.
Please, I
So
think I missed you on what you think dating is. I'm sorry, but can you
dating
repeat?
is when two matured male and female have seen themselves, done some few background checks, and they agree that if all goes well, they will marry and live forever. That is the time that they disclose to one another their shortcomings and weaknesses. I am irritable. I am temperamental. I am jealous. I am a miser. I don't know how to give. These are my problems. Then you also tell me yours. These are your problems. And we will help to solve one another's problem as we move along. So that I say, oh, when we go to a place and this you say you easily become irritated. And when you are irritated, you become annoyed and you do this thing. So when it happens, that just look my face, I give you an eye, then you will not talk. You keep your quiet. Then I am helping to suppress that thing in you. Then I also tell you my problem. When I see women, I become unstable. Then I'll be talking too much. So we go to a place and there are so women. Then you heard me, you saw me spoke once. The second time, then you gave me an eye. Then I see your eye. Then I keep to myself. You are helping to suppress that instinct in me, which I know it is bad. And if we are able to follow that thing, and then we enter into the marriage, we set the journey already. And we know who we are. And we'll be managing one another. But marriages easily broke because when they were doing the courtship, they have hidden from themselves their weaknesses. And they were only going to fun fair, dressing well, going there to go and eat and come back. They go to places to go and enjoy and they come back. And they were hiding their real problems. So after they are now married, you see, when my late mother, when my mother was living, she made a statement. She said, character can go on leave. He said behavior can go on leave. But when you go to leave, would your leave expire and then you come back? It will resurface. Because when they were quieting, they were pretending all to be nice. And they were only projecting their good sides. And their bad side were hidden from one another. So when they enter into the relationship now we are in the house and I go with you every day, I see you every day, and all those things are coming, not knowing that you don't know how to cook rice. But anytime I come to your house, I eat delicious rice. You go and then you go and buy it and bring it, and I don't know. Now I enjoy that your rice. You are now under my roof. Prepare that your rice when I come to your end and I eat, and then my head will be blowing up. Prepare for me. Then now you say you don't know how to prepare rice. I mean, do you get a problem? But when we sell our problems out and we help to solve them and we are able to manage them and we marry, the journey is just smooth. We know how to manage one another and everything will be easy for us. That is what I understand by courtship. You accept to live with the person for life. By socially, your everything that is the person, you accept it. Now you are selling to the person your challenges that if those things are solved will make you a better person. She also sold to you her challenges. If you help her, she will be a good person. And you were able to manage those things. So the moment the marriage has come on and you are under one roof, I know who you are. I know your weaknesses. And I'll be supporting you at your weaknesses. You know my weaknesses. And you'll be supporting me at my weaknesses. And we are happy to grow. And we will grow. But we have hidden them. Then I will say, no, this is not what I bargained for. You also tell me, oh, no, for this one, I did not bargain for this. Yes, you didn't bargain for it because I didn't tell you. Do you get it? So this is why marriages are falling off late. If I really did psychiatry before I understood when our elderly people, they say, Uko Waria Kobisa. If you want to marry, go and ask. I did psychiatry before I understood it. Characters run in families. Behaviors run in families. So that is my opinion about courtship. No, I'm not saying it is sacrosanct, but that is the way I rather understand courtship. Okay. Anybody with any question again? Hello?
Please, any more questions, any more concerns, any more reactions? Doctor is still waiting to address them. If you have any concerns, any questions, you could raise your hand. We will call you or put it in the chat box so we could read it out. I think it's quite interesting and inspiring listening to Doc. So if you have any concerns, any questions, please, the floor is open. The floor is open.
If it is anything that maybe concerns psychology, psychiatry, or anything, or marital issue, or anything, you can bring it up.
Maybe you take your final words and you
Okay,
might
so
share.
please let me, since you said any issue,
Yeah.
let me ask this one. So, like your description of the courtship, how long should it take before
Courtship,
getting?
I mean, the minimum of courtship, I think it should be 6 months.
Okay.
And the maximum of courtship shouldn't be more than 1 year.
Okay.
Can you ask me why?
Yes, I wanted to even follow it up.
Yeah. Please. You must first of all be prepared to marry
Yeah.
in the room
Mm-hmm.
before you go and search for the woman.
Okay.
What do I mean by you should be prepared to marry in the room? You should estimate that maybe all the things that will involve in the marital this thing, you alone, oh, you assume it to be like 100,000. So you have got that 100,000 with you ready. You know that in about 1 year time, the way your plans are, what you have now, and in about 1 year time, you can be able to raise that 100,000. That is the time that you start finding the woman that you marry.
Okay.
But not that you find that you think that you are grown enough, your friends are married, so you also want to marry. Then you go fishing for the woman to marry. Luckily for you, you have got one. The woman also agree everything with you. Then you'll be dating for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. What are you waiting for?
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Then it will be there, and then later on the relationship will tend to be like a platonic relationship. And later on you see later on you may not be even be interested in yourself again. It is because you didn't plan the thing well.
Okay.
Then along the way, another person has come and the person is ready. And the woman wanted to move and go and marry that person because the woman first is ready. And you say you don't understand. You don't understand for what?
Okay.
She was ready. That's the reason why she said she wanted to marry you. And you came. So minimum, to me, it shouldn't be less than 6 months. The maximum, to me, I'm saying, I'm not saying that is sacrosanct. Maximum, it shouldn't be more than 1 year. Or too long, within 2 years, you should marry. After you've seen the woman. But I don't see the reason why you should be waiting for that 2 years. You are waiting for 2 years for what? Then you mean you are not ready. That is the way I see it anyway, because marriage is for matured, ready people.
Exactly. Thank you so much for this explanation, because for the purpose of this conversation or this session, at some point when I met my husband, when he said he wanted to marry me, he didn't take us like 1 year, let me say that. So people thought, I said, what I should do when I wouldn't need a whole lot. That's why I'm actually asking this question.
Yeah, sister, that is the best. That is the best in the sense that the man was ready to marry.
Yes.
That is why he asked you for marriage. And I think you were also ready to marry. That is why you agreed.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you are ready, what are you waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get me?
Yes, please.
So the only thing now you have to know is that am I going to the right territory? That I'm saying that short period. And if you are sincere with yourself and you know what you are in for,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it shouldn't be difficult.
Yeah.
My wife and myself, when we were going to marry, my wife and myself, when we were going to marry, we bought all the things that we want to buy before we went to see. I saw her
Yeah.
and everything we agree on. Then I went to before we went. He told the father that this after he has accepted me. Then she informed the father. When the father was informed, the father knows me already. So he said, "Oh, hey, if you are lucky to marry that man, that is later on before she told me that's what the father told me." So when we went and we were going to ask for the things, We have finished buying everything.
No, okay.
The two of us, we bought everything. And then we went to my father-in-law. Having gone to my father-in-law, then I told him that, okay, he showed me the things, and I said, okay, I'm going to think about it, and 1 month time I come. 1 month time, I only came when I told him that the next 3 months we are married. I told him one Easter. When I told him, then he said, Easter is 3 months. Oh. That's what my father-in-law told me. He said, Easter is 3 months. Oh. And I said, yes. Oh, then he said, okay, Aaron, I know you. That's all that the man said. And then, yes, so people were informed me, short and this, and we married. You see, because we were ready. She was also ready. And I was also ready. And I prepared myself in the room already. So when I saw her, I just threw away. So how much do you think when we get we can be able to do the thing? And this in the he was saying something like, do you think 30,000 can do? About 40,000 can it do? When I said it, then he said, okay, I should give it that. Then he went to make some consultation. I said, okay. And I told him that the thing can happen within 3 months. And he said, really? And I said, yes. Then he said, okay. He wanted to see what is happening. Only to go 2 weeks. And then when we know the thing, I gave her money to go and buy cloths. So I sent the cloths. And I sent the cloths that this is the cloths I have bought for her. Do you know why? She accepted all the 6 cloths. Do you know why she accepted them?
No, please.
They were all Holland.
They were
Madam,
what?
if your Holland clothes, Holland.
Oh, wow, amazing.
So, madam, if your husband bought you 6 different Hollands, which one will you reject?
No.
So I was ready for it. So this
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Then the other thing, he pointed the thing I gave her. And he was asking me, do I know the clothes he went? I said, if you reject the Holland, reject it and let me go and buy you ATM. She laughed and fell on the ground. You see, so marriage is for matured, ready people. Yes, I'm emphasizing on the word matured because nobody should dictate for them. I said
Yeah.
our father-in-law, he didn't tell us, we bought everything. And when we went later before we told him that, before we actually we are planning, did everything. He called the his other children and told them what we have done, so that this is the way they should go about marriage. So marriage, in fact, and also one thing about marriage is that if you are a man and you don't give yourself time to marry, if you don't take that, you always be singing that you will marry. Tell yourself, by 2 years time, 3 years time, 5 years time, I'll marry. And then when you do that, you'll be preparing for it. So before that 5 years, you are prepared for it. So you meet any woman, and then within 6 months, you say you want to marry the person, you do it. You are not a magician. It is that you are prepared for it. And that is how it should be. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Doc, for
Okay.
such inspiring words and information, the knowledge you've impacted. I don't know if there are no more concerns or reaction, so we could draw the curtain for today's program. Please, any more concerns or reaction before Dr. leaves us? We have done almost 1 hour. Any more concerns, any more reactions, any more additions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We would take a closing prayer. Doc, please, before you leave, I don't know if you would be okay to share your social media handle so that those who want to follow you to get more information on counseling and marriages and relationship and mental health, so that they can join you on your platforms and get such information.
Okay, all right. I'll do that.
All right. Evans, please, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Yeah, we want to have a closing remarks, then closing prayer. So we draw to this.
Thank you so much for your time with us. It was such a profound moment with you. And we are glad everything we spoke about has been taken in good faith. I hope you have a second edition of this, but we are all interested in the topic of relationships and, building a healthy relationship. So we'd like to say a very big thank you to you, sir. So thank you all for joining us once again for I Am Possible Mindset Initiative, the iMental, a mental health awareness campaign, where we discuss everything related to mental health to create the awareness for people to, take care of their mental health. So this is another episode. We hope to see you in our subsequent ones. So before we leave, you can please follow us on all social media platforms and also join our WhatsApp channel. Our WhatsApp channel. You go to WhatsApp, you go to your updates or your status and you search for Young Possible Mindset. You can join our WhatsApp channel for our upcoming programs. So yes, please do well to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you all. So before we leave, I would like to say a prayer. Thank you, dear Lord Jesus, for having us. We began this with you and we are ending with you. We are not ending at all. Please still be our guide, take charge over us, and give all of us a healthy relationship. Cause us to live and do well in every kind of or type of relationship we will find ourselves. And at the end, we will say all glory, honor, and adoration be unto your name. In Jesus' precious name we have prayed. We call it done. Amen.
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 Thank you so
Amen.
much, CEO.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so grateful for participating and contributing. Till we meet again, enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you all.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you too. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you put it? It's interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's very good. It's very good. Yeah. How is everything so far? Right. Yeah. 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 Still on the second. Okay. All right. Okay. Are you taking the tablet? I'm taking the tablet. Okay. Now, what I will, sorry, half. Yeah. When you take the half, what time do you go to bed? And what time do you wake up? Mm. 7 Okay. All right. So this time, take half every other day. Okay. Take half every other day. Okay. Yes. So take it every other day. Yeah. Tomorrow. Yes. This is half. Take it every other day for 1 month. Then, if it is fine, then in a week, you take two. Okay. In a week, you take two. Yeah. So then after that, if it's fine, then we take the tablet away and you only be on the bed. the devil would depend upon the way you are. You see that the way you are reacting to the medicine. Okay, the first one you are taking the compromising 3 before you can sleep. Now you are taking the one, you are sleeping 2 months, you are taking her. This is So we'll go along as to how you are responding to the treatment. Okay, do you get it? How you are responding to the treatment. That is how this thing is good. And the devil too, I will not stop it at once. No, it will be like that. Then we'll go to 6 weeks to 2 months to 3 months to 4 months. Okay. Then if you are still stable, then I'll begin to reduce the dose. You'll be on it, the same dose, but 6 months, uh, 2 months, this till 6 months. Then, if you are still stable, then this I will reduce the dose, and then we'll also go like that, so that we are reducing it gradually to be withdrawing it from your system to see whether you will respond to it when it is completely taken away. But if you take it away now, you have, we call it rebound relapse by suddenly taking it away. Okay, good. Yes, I want to discuss something with you. Yeah, yeah. Something with you. I saw it, and I wasn't. I saw something on your deep. And to be very sincere, I call your mother. I told her what is going on. Listen, I don't know what that's. You know, you have when I saw it, I saw when I saw the DP, the man who is looking dead, and then what is written. I saw the thing like what does it mean? You know, I deal with the mind, I play with people's mind. Okay.